Well, Maxie, thanks so much for your company. Not ideal circumstances, I know this. Can you talk us through the past week since you last joined us on the show to where you came to the decision where you went to the skipper, Faf du Plessis, and said, I think it's time to leave me out of the last match against the Sunrisers?
Yeah, it's been less than ideal the last little bit, but I suppose the decision sort of came. I think even during the game leading up to it, I was pretty low on confidence. Had a good couple of net sessions as we talked about, and just went out into the ground and felt really tentative. Wasn't able to really commit to my game plans, and just felt like if I had a kept, I suppose, playing and playing in that role, I don't think the results would have changed too much. So I just went to Faf and said, look, I think we need to try someone else in my position, and had the same conversation with Andy Flower, the coach. And to me, it was a bit of a no-brainer. And I think it sort of saves a tough conversation that they might have to have about dropping me, and almost sort of try to get ahead of it and sort of say it's okay, you can make this decision. And yeah, I felt really at peace with it. Obviously frustrated that I wasn't able to get the results that I would have liked, but comfortable in the fact that I feel like I've made the right decision for the team, and it's certainly not like I'm taking an extended break away from the game. I just think it's a better opportunity for someone else to, I suppose, have a crack at that position. And I know I'm an important part of this side, but at the moment I'm not playing well enough to, I suppose, warrant a spot.
Maxi, so many of us cricket lovers and players at all levels have been through tough periods, and it's really tough. It can get really dark when you're not performing as well as you'd like. You can go through periods of anger, frustration, anguish, feeling really, really flat. Talk us through, after that last innings when you were out for naught against Mumbai, that walk off the ground, what was the overarching feeling as you walked off the ground?
Yeah, I think it was all of those emotions that you talked about, but I think um, I think just frustration in the inability to perform your job. I think it's been something that it feels like it's been really automatic for me over a little period of time, and it's been a while since I've sort of been through something like this, where it's been really difficult to go out there and sort of stay in the moment, stay present, and execute your skills when called upon. And feels like everything's happening really naturally at training. I'm able to execute, and it just feels like when I get into the ground, there's too many thoughts going through my head. I'm not able to sort of think about that first instinct and go with it. Just sort of almost freezing up in a way, and um, that's almost like a mental block that is sometimes hard to get past. And it probably wasn't there in the first 3 or 4 games. I felt really calm, really clear, and the shots that I was executing were my first instinct. They weren't coming off, and then probably the last couple of games there has been that little bit of block. So yeah, I think it's just a good time to give myself a bit of a mental refresh and cut myself a bit of slack. At least have a bit of fun off the field. Go do some stuff I really enjoy, like playing golf, spending some time with the family, spending some time with teammates, trying to, I suppose, do some coaching stuff off the field around training, and probably spend a less time putting so much pressure on myself around training and my own performance, and sort of, I suppose, invest in some time in some other guys, and get some enjoyment out of that.
The courage to be kind to yourself, it's an important thing. Maxie, you alluded to a little bit earlier, but can you give us some clarification over this IPL, how long you want to spend out, whether you plan to stay in India throughout, because there's been different reports coming out.
Well, it's sort of a bit of a force break because I've actually got a little bit of a hip strain, so I've got a few more days off and doing recovery with that sort of stuff as well. So I've got a little period here where I'm still training, still trying to get myself right. And if there is a spot that comes available, I'll obviously put my hand up and take it. But as I said, at the moment there's 4 overseas slots, and those guys need a chance to, I suppose, take their opportunity. And We made 260 odd in the last game, so there's probably not many batting slots there. So I might just have to wait my turn, and if an opportunity does come up again during this IPL, hopefully I'm ready to take it. But yeah, at the moment it's not one of those things where I've set a date that I'll be out for 3 games and then I'll come back whenever I'm ready. That's not how it works. It's I haven't been at a level that's good enough to, I suppose, warrant a spot in the side this year, and someone else has got to try and take the opportunity. As I said, I'm always available for a selection. I just didn't think last game was a good game to, I suppose. I thought it was a good time for me to give someone else a turn last game and almost take the decision away from the coach and captain's hands.
Maxie, what I'm hearing there is that we might just see you a bit later in the tournament. So I hope that's the case and there's plenty of runs for you there.